Hey, MacDowin here. Today we are taking a look at the Halo Mantis. I found this at Target for $39.99, and I've heard that this is a bit of a large toy, so we'll see if my area here will be able to film it properly, or if you get to see all the things that I'm hiding around the edges. But you can see next to my hand, the box is a pretty good sized box. It comes with a figure that you can see here, and it's got the really cool artwork on these new boxes, the new style of boxes that they're doing that I really like to see. Alright, let's flip it around. You can see the back here real quick. All it is the cross sale for the solo figures for the 2-packs and the vehicles. And I have found the turret, so we'll be doing that soon as well. It doesn't show any of the 3-packs on here. I'm a little bit surprised. So without further, I would say we should get this box open. What do you think?
If you're new to the channel, welcome, and please subscribe so you'll be notified of future videos.
After everything is out of the box, you'll see that we get a top portion of the Mantis, the lower portion of the Mantis, an action figure, an accessory weapon, and a very brief instruction sheet that essentially says you attach the top part to the bottom part and off you go. So yeah, let's take a look at the figure, the accessory real quick, and then we'll get to this bigger item. The set comes with this weapon, and I'll have to admit I am a little bit unfamiliar with it. It looks like a shotgun of some sort. You'll have to let me know in the comment section below exactly what this weapon is called. Flip it around. There is a peg on the left side so it can attach to the Spartan's back because there is a hole. Now we'll take a look at the Spartan EVA figure. And it's a pretty cool looking figure. I kind of like the look of it. It's got some greens and grays and creamish. Not really. It's not white, not off-white, not really. It's more of a tan or cream, like the helmet. This is a pretty cool figure, probably one of the better ones we've seen, I think, so far. And I'm pretty sure that parts of this figure are repainted from other parts, but I can't immediately put my finger on which one. I know it looks very much like a scaled down version, I think, of the cat figure from the Spartan collection. It's got the same kinds of sides here. The knee pads, there's a lot of similarities. I think it's the cat figure. But I might be wrong. It's one of the Spartan collection 6-inch figures that this looks like it's scaled down from. And yeah, I know there's an obvious one out there, and I can't remember the name right now, but I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get on with this particular figure. So the head can rotate back and forth. Unfortunately, the shoulder straps here prevent the head from turning around all the way. You might be able to lift the head up and then rotate it around, but I wouldn't push that too much. The heads usually crank back and forth. This one, not so much. It just does that, but it doesn't really hold. There's little paint pieces flecking off or whatever. Anyway, so the arms rotate around. You want to be careful. There's a knife here on the chest. So as you rotate the arm around, it may snag that knife. So you'll have to bring the arm out a little bit to rotate it all the way around. There's also the hinge, and allows the arms to go up just that far. Then, not finally, but next, there is a rotation and a hinge at the elbow. If you want 90 degrees, well, that's about what you're looking at there. And finally, for the arms, there's a wrist and rotation and hinge. Yeah, this looks a lot like a scaled down 6-inch figures. I'm looking here at the bicep even, and it looks like they have, let's set that over there. Looks like the joint has been created there, but for the small figures that it just wasn't, it was just glossed over, or I don't know how to say it exactly, but it looks like it was just not implemented in a small figure. So I'm wondering if they do just scale down, like they design a figure and they scale it up or scale it down depending on the size that they want. But there is a torso wiggle, does pretty good here. There is no waist rotation because once again we've got an oval section, and ovals generally don't rotate, especially when there's this gear around it. I'm not sure why that was a design thing they wanted to do, was not allow the waist to rotate. Articulation wise, that seems like it would be a really good thing to do, just to make a circular waist as opposed to an oval waist. If you want this character, this Spartan, to do the splits, you are out of luck. because there is some armor right here that prevents it hits right there on the waist piece, and you cannot, I mean, really, can you, should you be able to do the splits in this kind of armor anyway? Probably not, so that's not big of a deal. But when you're posing, when you're doing stuff with the figure, a little bit more movement is probably preferred. Surprisingly, the figure can sit that well. And that's, I'm actually being very positive. I'm surprised it can sit even this well. If you rotate the hips there just a little bit and do that, then the figure can sit actually even better. I'm really shocked. So it's got the thigh rotation between the legs and the armor here. Got double pin at the knee, and a rotation and hinge down here at the ankle. It's a little tight for mine. It's a cool looking figure. I do like the colors. I do like how it, the appearance of it and everything. Here's the gun. I think the shotgun right there can peg onto the back just like that. Whether that's the best way for it to go, I don't know. You can't really stretch the arm back to grab it if you're going to do that. Take the gun off and put it in the hand real quick here. It's a little, remember, all these guns are slightly soft in their rubberness, so there's that. So that's what the figure looks like holding the gun. Like I said, I think it looks pretty good. I may not be a fan of the entire articulation of this figure, but some of these Spartans have been a little bit difficult to position and pose. But you know what? Maybe that's just what this line's going to be. And once we understand that, well, maybe it's not so bad. They still look cool. I mean, you can still get them in some poses. Can you get them in every tiny little pose that you'll ever want? No, probably not. But this is someone in a big, heavy armored suit. Have you ever been in a big, heavy armored suit? You probably can't do every little pose that you want. just saying there. I mean, that's not a bad pose, actually. It's kind of a weird pose, but it's not the worst pose in the world. It's kind of cool looking. All right, enough about this figure. As cool as it looks and as it might be, this is the main event. So let's readjust the camera and let's look at this thing. All right, so I'm going to have to stand over here on the right side of my camera to be able to get close enough. I've had to back my camera up quite a bit. So this is the leg portion, and it's got some articulation there, as you can see. Actually, did we even make sure this was in focus? There, I think it's actually in focus. You've got some articulation down here at the feet area. Hope you can see, and my arms aren't in the way, but it can move a little bit like so. So, of course, it's feet. So, and there's also some joints up here. So you can kind of do that kind of positioning. Like so. Gotta figure out exactly the right method to get this to stand. So maybe it's a little bit further back like that. The top portion attaches onto this, so I'm guessing that, well, I did mention, I think, that rotates. I think, yeah, there's another rotation right there. So you get the hips portion of this to where this is aimed up and that's aimed down. And then it will stand. We'll set that over there. Look at the bottom of this, and well, there's the hole, and it will attach right in there. But before we do that, let's look at this articulation while it's in a pretty good position to do so. So up here on top, there's the hatch for the figure to sit down in. Can you see that? Let's see. I can kind of see it. With my lighting, my camera, it's going to be a little difficult, and I apologize for that. But there's the, there's the hatch. I noticed there are a couple pegs up here. So I'm wondering if Spartans or Marines or somebody can like be mounted up there. The arms move around a little bit. They rotate back and forth like this. They stretch out like that. So you can kind of get them into a good position, kinda. Let's not break this, shall we? There we go. Wow, I keep hearing cracks. So I think it goes something maybe like that. Let me look here at the instructions. No, that doesn't seem quite right. So there must be something that rotates somewhere. Oh. So no, I'm trying to break this thing. Wait, where's the front? I gotta figure out where the front is. It says that that's the front here. So be careful with these arms. I keep hearing cracking happening. So that means... Oh! Wait a minute, what? No? Huh. I can 100% tell you that I'm doing something not quite right. Because these are not... They're not supposed to be that way. This is supposed to be on the outside. So give me a moment. I'm going to take a peek at something. All right, we're back. I figured it out, and I feel absolutely silly that I couldn't figure this one out before. All right, so this is how it was out of the package, where they're kind of, these guns and arms were kind of facing in the body. So what you do is you rotate this out like that, rotate it around, if you can see that, and then rotate it out like that. So you fold the arm out, you rotate it around, and I don't know why this seems to be tricky on the camera, but it is. So you rotate it out like that, you rotate this around, then you rotate that up further, and then you come around like that. That makes sense? I hope so. Because, yeah, that's what I got for you. And, yeah, so there. And be careful, like I said, these seem to be cracking on me just a little bit. But that will get you this. And it's kind of cool. There looks like there might have been like headlights of sorts up here that maybe they could have added some lights, but that upped the cost and everything. So then next, all you do is just connect it right here. That's the idea. There. And then you have your mech thing. Something to that effect. Like that. And this is a big thing. This is a good size. There we go. Got the head rotated around. So it looks like you could lower it just a little bit if you need it to have a smaller area. You can kind of maneuver it around and shrink it down. I don't know, it's a little bit front heavy, so maybe that won't work nearly as well as I was thinking. Sorry, I bumped the camera. But, yeah, there. So, so that is the Mantis. It's really cool looking. I've never seen them. I don't think I've seen these in the game. Maybe this is something new. I don't think so. Seems like there's some anticipation for this, so I'm guessing this is not a new item. But it is really cool. It's kind of a little wobbly if you ask me. But that just comes down to positioning it and everything just right. Let me move this down a little bit. Alright, so I'm not really sure. Just kind of look. There's some cool details. There's some red spots on it. There's looks like a bird and eagle. There's some cool detail. It looks cool. I like the look of it. I think this would make a great display piece. You can move the guns around back and forth a little bit. Up and down, out and in, back and forth. You can open up the hatch here. Wish my light's aimed this way, but my area is not big enough. You can slide the figure in there. Apparently attach a couple figures up there. But yeah, pretty cool looking Mantis thing. I like it. I'm glad I got it. This could be really cool. You could actually use this with some other toy lines if you wanted to. And I'll tell you this, if a Spartan figure fits in it, then a lot of other figures are going to fit in it. Fortnite, G.I. Joe, Marauders, Boss Fight, Peely probably... Let's see. I don't know who would buy this to put a banana in there, but... Oh, look at that. Peely fits in a Halo thingy. But you know what? There's just a lot of open room in there. I wish I could show you how much open room there really is. It's just like this whole thing is open. So yeah, anything is going to fit in there that's in the vicinity of 4 inches. Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, cool. So, overall, I think this is pretty cool. What are your thoughts? What do you think of this? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And on your way out, if you haven't yet, check out the Gun Goose video that I did a few days ago and see what you think about that. Anyway, thank you for stopping by and thank you for watching. Please like this video and share it everywhere. It really helps the channel. And have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.